The mistake I made was I used paid advertising to the point that I couldn't afford to feed myself in school. One of the hidden truths that we often don't hear about the billionaires that are successful today is how they manage to keep on going, how did they survive. When I dived into the story of Dangote and I made some research about him, I discovered that he didn't come from a poor background. Never let the fear of poverty hold you back again. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why fear of poverty is holding you back, and these are the reasons why you doubt yourself. Let us start from the background of it. When you were born, many of us were born into the environment where money is so tight. Many of us were not born with golden spoon, so we feel like money is very scarce to see, money is very hard to find. This conditions our mind to let us see the world through a lens of scarcity. When we look at our parents sometimes, it is very hard to understand why they are poor and their mates are rich. Most of the time when they talk or when they tell us their story, it is often common in their story about their background. They used to tell us the background that they come from, that they didn't come from a rich background, so therefore that is the reason why they couldn't be rich in life. Do you get? These kind of stories and ideas condition our mind to feel like we also come from a poor background, and so therefore it will be hard for us to also become rich. That is not true. You have to look at the other side of it. What makes the rich so rich and what makes the poor so poor? We understand the fact that there are different opportunities in life, but we have seen people come from poor background and grow to become so rich to even become billionaires, millionaires in dollars. We have seen people come from rich background and couldn't even live up to the expectations. What are the important elements that make some people have the potential to become rich in life and make some people have the potential to become poor in life? I have considered 3 factors. The number 1 is exposure to knowledge. The amount of knowledge you have will determine the shape of your mind. This will impact how you think, things you do, and how you set out to achieve your goals. The second one is availability of resources. In some areas, they have limited resources such as electricity. In the areas where they have limited or no electricity, there is tendency that nobody from that area will be dreaming to achieve anything in the digital world. This is simply because you will never be able to access the internet without electricity. The third one is randomness in opportunity, which cannot be determined by anyone. You cannot determine the opportunities you are going to get in life until you come across it. And this is why even if 2 people are in the same field of study, they are not going to achieve the same amount of success the same way. If we put aside these elements, the only thing that is holding us back as a kid while growing up is the mental conditioning that we are from a poor background, and it makes it seem as if whenever someone comes from a poor background, it's almost impossible for them to achieve success in life. So therefore, the number 1 reason of fear of poverty that is holding us back is mental conditioning of scarcity. It makes us feel money is hard to find, and whoever comes from a poor background will find it very hard to become successful in life. One of the ways to overcome this mental conditioning is to read personal development books. Read books online, watch videos on YouTube. This will help you develop positive mindset, and it will change your perspective on the overall view of life, and you start to see that you can actually achieve whatever you set your mind to do. The second reason for our fear of poverty is the fear of failure and rejection. The fear of not making it and the fear of being rejected usually holds some people back from even starting. It makes them quit while they have not even started at all, because you start to think about negative things embedded in what you want to achieve, and there's nothing in this life that is not full of positive and negative. So if you want to achieve anything, you have to look at the positive side. The moment you start focusing on the negative side of things, it makes you feel you are never going to achieve your dreams. And one thing that I have learned is that failure actually helps you and prepare you for success. So you have to understand the fact that failure is not the reason why you should give up. Failure is actually what will propel you into success. If you are thinking of quitting right now, let me share you one of the challenges I overcame lately. I just got admitted into a university, and my type of admission is the one that you cross from a polytechnic to a university. Guess what? I used to work back then when I was in the polytechnic. I used to do home service barbering. When I got to the university, I don't even know which way to start. I was stuck, so I thought of a business model, which is selling of clothes online. In this business model, all you need is a clothing vendor who has a physical store. All you have to do is to post their products regularly on your WhatsApp status and other social media handles. So whenever you have someone who is interested in buying what you post, you contact your vendor and you get what they ordered for them. This is how you are going to make profit. The amount that you put on the price that the vendor is willing to sell the product is actually the profit you are going to make. So You actually don't need the capital to start this business. As long as you have internet access and your phone, you can start this business. This is what I do, and luckily my own sister is the one who owns the physical store. So it was not hard for me to go to the store, sort out the order for my customers and deliver it to them. So if you are looking forward to start this clothing business, you can contact me on the link. I will put it in the description for you to join my WhatsApp community, where you can get access to pictures and videos that we use to advertise. Whenever you have order, you'll be able to make order from us and then sell to your customer and make a profit. Back to what I was talking about. When I was starting out, I thought of using paid advertising on Facebook to source for customers who are going to buy from me. That was a very wrong method. That was a very wrong way to start. Don't rush into paid advertising starting out, because you won't be making money and you'll be using your own money to run ads, and at the end of the day you might end up not making profit like me, and it will be a loss for you. Yeah, you have to start with the free tools. Post consistently, people will buy from you. Build your community from scratch, build it gradually and grow with it. As time goes on, you will have a large community. Don't rush into paid advertising. And also, I will advise you not to even use loan to start. Don't collect loan to start, most especially when you don't have experience. I will advise you to start small, start very simple. Post regularly, even if you don't have anyone that order from you. Post regularly. As time goes on, people will start making order from you and you start making sales little by little. The mistake I made was I used paid advertising to the point that I couldn't afford to feed myself in school. I was stuck, no money for data, no money to post. I was like, what did I get myself into? So I had to go back to the organic way of doing it. I started posting on my status and my social media handles. So as time goes on, gradually I started getting orders. I went back to organic marketing and advertising. That was how I overcame the challenges I faced back then in school. One of the hidden truths that we often don't hear about the billionaires that are successful today is how they manage to keep on going. How did they survive? It is how to survive that actually made some people give up. When I dived into the story of Dangote and I made some research about him, I discovered that he didn't come from a poor background. His great-grandfather was rich, his grandfather was rich, and his own father too was rich. From his childhood, he had knowledge of business, and even when he wanted to choose a career to follow in school, he chose the business course. He chose to study business, and these are part of the things that influenced his success. When he wanted to start business fully, he borrowed $3,000 from his grandfather because at some point when he was 8 years old, his father died. So he borrowed $3,000 from his grandfather. Imagine someone that came from that background. When he was about to start, he could source such amount of money from someone who is so close to him that will not bother him to pay up, even if at some point what he was venturing into fails. You can see the randomness in opportunity that we are going to have while growing up. When some people complain about their background, to some extent they are right, and to some other extent they are wrong. The background is going to influence your success, but it is not an excuse for failure. Everyone has to strive regardless of their background. That is why I'm telling you today that whatever you are doing right now, you must not give up. So if you're a content creator looking to make money, you can check out this video I made about how to monetize your page before monetization. One of the things you can do to monetize your page before monetization, I have dropped the link in the description. Click the link to join my WhatsApp community. The last reason for fear of poverty is comparison with others. It is easy to look at someone else's success and feel like you are falling behind. You start to doubt your own path and start to think maybe your dream doesn't worth it. Remember, everyone's journey is unique. What you don't see on social media is the hard work, the failure, and the sacrifices that go into all those picture perfect moments that you see online. Your journey is yours and it's yours alone. It is important to honor it and don't compare it. Scarcity conditioning, fear of failure, and comparison are powerful forces that can keep you stuck. By recognizing them, you can take control, reframe your mindset, and start moving with confidence towards your dream. So what's holding you back? It is time to confront those fears, believe in your dreams, and take that first step. Like this video, subscribe to this channel if you find something helpful in this video. See you on my next video. Thank you.